Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. This is your friend Apostle the YouTuber. I know this is another great time, and wherever you are, I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you the best. Yes, this is that day that I've been waiting for when actually we are harvesting our maize. Our maize has been kept in a heap quite for some time because been waiting for some guys, some women to come and help us because here sometimes the beauty of Africa, one of the reasons why sometimes I love Africa is that guys like helping each other. It's been within that season also, and it is when many people are very busy working on their farms. People been taking out or harvesting corn, the maize from their farms, and seemingly everyone has been very busy. But that day finally has come, and here in Makueni County of Kenya, as always have wanted to say or been telling you, is one of my best climates. This place, man, is so good to chill. This place is so good to live, your life slowly. Taking a slow living in this area is so cool. It's like just like coming back, would you say, to the new Eden. It's so good. The weather is so good. The breeze, the winds now across this month as we approach to August. The winds, yes, are a bit stronger. They blow stronger, but the place is so good, man. Waking up sometimes when it is chilly and coming to some hours like now it is beginning. You see that sunshine that comes with a good warmth. And this is it. So, guys, I'm going to be showing you shortly how we do it here in Kenya, how we separate the corn, I mean, the cobs from the maize stalks. And they use just some kind of stick that they use for, how do I say it? For making sure they do their work more conveniently. Me, I've been used to sometimes using of a knife. That's what I knew. But I was educated and advised recently, and I saw the point that using a knife could be very dangerous since it poses some dangers in an event, for example, where, the knife slips from your hand or by mistake or accidentally, one can injure himself or herself using the knife. But when you are using this kind of stick that they use, a sharpened stick, which they use just to do their job, is the best way. Now, these are some of the craziest discoveries or adventures that I find in Africa that sometimes are rarely done in the West or in Europe. Here we do works manually. And as I like saying, praising the African race, no wonder the Africans are stronger sometimes, have big muscular body sizes. Okay, let us visit these women and see what they are doing. Let's see what they are doing because it's really something good you would want to see, because in Africa, we do things differently. We do not have those machines that we use to help us or equipment sometimes that help us to do some works. So we do our works, manually. And these ladies are specialists. Yeah, they are specialists. because they use some sticks to do their works, and I don't know whether you are able to see them, but they are friends. Hey, they are people of the family actually. This is my cousin's wife. And here in Africa, you know, we help one another. We feel good when we are assisting one another. But it's like they shy off the camera. Hey, mommy, can you look at them and say hi? Hi. Yes. So there is another one here, and she's shouting from far. Can you say hi? So this is how we do it. I was telling them about the stick. Can I borrow your stick for a moment? This is what we do in Africa. You know, it's a sharpened kind of stick. And so, can you give me one means I show them? And you know what they do? You see now, it is sharpened at the it is sharpened. So what we do, look here, guys. What we do, you know, it's already sharpened. I don't know, my camera is shaking because I'm holding it. My goodness. So what they do, we pierce there using that stick. I hope you saw. And then we open. Yes. That's how they do it. Okay? So thank you so much. That's how we do it. And so today we are believing God to do some kind of what they are doing here. As you can see, this is how we do that. And it is a great adventure. Africa is so beautiful, man. You come to Africa, and I'm going to show you how to do it manually using your hands. It becomes a fun when people used to do that, when people help each other in doing that. And so I don't know whether I'm going to be joining them to do this, but I'll try. Because firstly, I have to go and fetch some Napier grass for my goats. You know, I forgot them in the pen. Actually, I just had one bleating, and then I remembered that my goats are still in the pen and have not been given something to eat. I think I'm not a good farmer. Huh? I'm not a good farmer. And you know what time it is? It's past, I don't want to say even here in Africa, it's past 11, men. And goats have not been fed. I think I've been too busy today. But you know what, friends? I do have a lot of Napier grass. So what I'm going to do is to pick my panga, get to the farm, and see what I can do to feed my goats. So join me in this journey as I do this. And I'm going to be taking you to my women, the ladies that are, you know, harvesting later. So how come that I forgot my goats? God forgive me. There is one goat that gave birth to a beautiful kid recently. And how could I forget it? How could I forget it? This is the cereal store, what we call granary. This is a granary, cereal store in Africa. I think I've shown in the past. It looks like that. And I get my machete. I get my panga. We call it machete here. Don't be scared. I'm not going to slash someone. But I'm getting to the farm to get my goats, you know, some Napier grass. God has blessed me with a lot of Napier grass, and so I want to go and cut it. And then I carry it on my shoulder. Using this sack. Here we call it a gunia. I'm gonna be using my gunia, my sack, to wrap the Napier grass such in a way that when I'm carrying on my shoulders, I could have easily used the wheelbarrow, but my wheelbarrows are being used for, putting the corn here. So I'm not gonna be using wheelbarrows. The wheelbarrows, all of them are here. I have only 2 in my farm, that one and this one, and we are using. So I'm going to do it manually. You see this gunia? We call it gunia in Kenya. This is the sack. So the sack, I'm going to use the sack to wrap the napier grass and place it on my shoulders. Join me to the farm and you see how I'm going to be cutting it with this machete. We call it panga here. So my goat that has a kid is here. I forgot it. Hello, how are you, good goat? I forgot you. But today, I'm going to feed you later. You stay there. I'm going to feed you. Guys, I want to show you my goat that has a kid. I know inside here, inside the penny, it's dark. It's darker, but you can see them there. You can see the mother goat and the kid. So I forgot them for some time. Being so busy. But I'm going to cut some napier grass for them right now. Okay? I was coming to say sorry to them before I go because I've really delayed and I've starved them. Animals are like humans. When you wrong them and you do something bad to them, you need to say sorry because they still do have life. They also do have life like we do, okay? The only part I'm not gonna show you guys, even if you want to see, is me carrying the fodder, or rather the napier grass on my shoulders, on top of my shoulders. I'm not gonna show you that. But I can show you how to cut it. You see how blessed I am? Can I show you? That is napier grass all over. Look, the entire Kiunchi farm has a lot of napier grass, the best species. You see, if I can turn the camera around, up, everywhere, a lot of napier grass, a lot of napier grass. This is the best breed. Do we call it a species or what? The best type in a simple layman's language. Okay, so let me cut some for my goat. Mazee, yani ni saa 5 na kitu na mbuzi nilisahau kwa nyumba yake. Mbuzi tena ile imezaa, iko na mtoto. Sijaipatia chakula mazee, nisamehewe sana. That is too bad of me. Too careless of me today. That was not good. So, it's time to cut the napier grass because I have to take it to my goats. I have to cut it too. So cut it this way. Let me just begin and then I'll see you later. That's how we do it. Oh, in Africa, using the machete or the panga, man. It's crazy here. Everything is so crazy. If I were in America, I would just use a small, good machine, equipment, and then I just in a second. But here I'm going to use energy, strength, machete or panga, and to cut them or to cut it down. Okay, see you later, guys. As always, adios and aluta continua.